like a dog in the street.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in Twin City Sports Talk. You got Bruce and Trevor here today. Derek Falvey and the Twins have mutually agreed to part ways. As much as people can say that maybe Falvey has been looking for this for a while, I guess what we've kind of talked about is that it maybe came as a little surprise happening 2 weeks before players are reporting for spring training and first working out for the first time in the year. So kind of a shock. We'll go through it a little bit more as the episode goes along, but first going through our sponsor, Kitchen Wise Closet Wise, family-owned operated business serving the Twin Cities and surrounding areas, specializing in custom closets, kitchens, pantries, garages, and more. All thoughtfully designed to help homeowners truly maximize their space. They focus on smart layouts, quality craftsmanship, and custom solutions built around how you actually live. They offer free in-home consultations, making it easy to get started with a personalized design plan. And if you stop by US Bank Stadium, that home show is going on this weekend. They're offering a home show special. When you book a consultation at the show, you'll receive $500 off your install. Stop by their booth to get inspired, ask questions, and take the first step toward a more organized, functional home. To learn more, schedule a consultation, go to the website or call 763-317-9021 to get that in-home free consultation. Thanks for sponsoring. All right. I'm going to read a few quotes from some bigger,
what I've been doing,
higher up things here. So this is first from Tom Pohlad, obviously the Twins executive chair. Over the past several weeks, Derek and I had thoughtful and candid conversations about leadership, structure, and the future of the club. We reached a shared understanding that the needs of the organization are evolving and that a leadership transition is the best way to move forward. I want to thank Derek for everything he has contributed to this organization. When he joined the Twins 9 years ago, it was in many ways a watershed moment for this franchise. His leadership was transformational. That's a hard word to say right there. Transformational. He helped modernize every aspect of our baseball operations and led with strong values, intention, and purpose. Derek created a culture grounded in learning and in belief that organizations grow when people grow. Under his leadership, Twins captured 3 division titles and made 4 postseason appearances. They only won a playoff game in one of those years. We are grateful for his dedication, his integrity, and the impact he made here. What are you going to say, Trev?
I kind of was reading a quote, but 2 playoff games, 2 playoff wins.
No. I mean, like one of the years they won playoff games, just one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and they won 2,
actually,
more than 2.
One.
They won an
Houston.
Astros game.
I'm just
game
all
2,
thinking
Pablo
Toronto.
Jim.
That's right, yeah.
Pablo Jim in Houston. But from actually Derek, he said, following a series of thoughtful conversations with Tom, ownership transitions naturally create moments for reflection and honest dialogue about leadership vision and how an organization wants to move forward. Over the past several weeks, we had those conversations openly and constructively, ultimately reached a shared understanding that this was the right step for me and the organization. This talks, I was thankful for the opportunity, obviously, thankful for the Pohlad family, trusting and giving tremendous confidence in the talent that he's brought there, and the talent he's brought in. On a personal level, I'm looking forward to taking some time to be with my family, reflect and consider what comes next. I don't have specific plans yet, but I'm grateful for the experiences. Here's the thing. As much as people, I guess, Twins fans, Derek Falvey was kind of the guy that you could look at and blame for the bad off seasons, like not active off seasons. But I mean, a lot of people that pay more attention to it, they know, we know it's more above him. I mean, he was tasked to put on a team this year that's supposed to be really competitive in a weak division. They want to be competitive. They want to contend is what they've said, but he only got $20 million to spend in free agency. And honestly, Falvey, he had some rough off seasons, some trade deadlines we can talk about, like the Tyler Mahle in 22 and some other things. It wasn't always bright, but you got to give him some credit here. In 2019, he put arguably one of the in 2019, he put together a top 3 baseball team in the MLB to be completely honest. And then like the Carlos Correa signing was a good signing for the Twins. It was. It didn't really kind of work out at the end, but Correa had 3 good years here, to be completely honest. Traded for Pablo, who's now been our ace for the last 3 years. There's a bunch of things that he's done that are high-level moves and smart moves. Again, the trade deadlines maybe always weren't the greatest. Maybe he also knew he was going to leave. That's why he just traded everyone on the Louis Varland and everyone last trade deadline.
Can you imagine? Well, if you're going to fire me,
I'm going to leave and I'm going to get everyone out.
Really?
Either way, I guess I kind of already covered that. It might be a little bit of a shock coming this close to players reporting and everything, but is it just Tom? Okay, so who's actually taking over now?
It's Jeremy Zoll. Yeah, so I kind of wrote down a few notes. So Zoll, the Twins had so many like weird title names because you had so Falvey's latest promotion was last year, like a year from, or go back a year from this time they gave him, where it was, this is for Derek Falvey, what he got promoted to. It was president, baseball, and business operations.
Yeah, so he covered everything.
When he got that thing, because he's basically, if I remember correctly, it's basically just been like a sports and baseball background. So it's kind of weird that he is running non-baseball. Well, he was still doing baseball, but then the added tasks of non-baseball, more business stuff was kind of weird on how he'd handle that. I wonder if that got to him being unhappy. The multiple years of cutting salary. I mean, that relationship had to have been shattered. They used the word mutual. I'm sure this was more 90% Falvey, 10%. The Twins, I think the 10% is Pollad family saying they're not firing him because they're going to respect him. But, like, clearly they, I bet you did not see eye to eye. I'm sure we'll learn more as time goes from national or inside reporters from the Twins. Jeremy Zoll will take over because he got promoted last year as well. I think he was like assistant GM. Now he is the GM. I also see Jeremy Zoll was also, what was the word here? I'm going to quickly find it. He was executive vice president. Once again, all these weird big titles. Who knows what that even entails? Jeremy Zoll's the new man in charge. I also wonder too with Falvey, actually I don't know how much we've covered it. Maybe you and Jack have when I haven't been able to do podcasts. I wonder with free agents that haven't signed or trade talks, right? I wonder if did Falvey want Arise back? But Josh Bell's cheaper. I mean, Arise is still unsigned. There's the whole Framber Valdez thing. There's still a handful of relievers. Was Falvey wanting to spend a little bit more money? Nothing crazy, but
100% he was.
Complete the team and so.
Yeah.
I'm sure it comes out of shock now because we were finally being aggressive for what the first time we got in 3 or 4 years. I forget the last offseason when it was. Regardless, it comes at a weird time. If he would have left, why not leave when? If I was him, he should have just packed up and left August 1st.
Exactly.
Of that trade deadline.
And you could tell Falvey wasn't really happy with the money they gave him this offseason because he was at like the Windsor meetings, I think in like December or early January or something. Or I forget when it was, but he was asked like, what are you going to do this offseason? And I forget the actual quote, but we went through it on the show and it was like, he's not going to say like, well, I don't have any money to work with, obviously, but like as much as he might want to, but he said something just pointing right at it. Like, shoot, I'm trying to think of that quote. He was like,
I don't remember it. I'm sure
we went over it on the show.
He's so good at that word salad too, where it's talking while not answering the question.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And that's not like ripping on him. That's just sports media talk in general. These guys are literally.
He's PR trainer.
Yeah. I know. I think it was like Michael Russo. I forget how the topic got led on. Love listening to his podcast, but he was basically saying like any young player in sports. I'm sure this goes for all the sports. at least for NHL players, like they do a lot of media training, like when you're a rookie or leading up, and so it's all just like how
Ant
to avoid
doesn't, though.
questions, yada yada yada.
Ant does not do any media
yeah, I know
training.
he's in his own
A little
world.
bit,
We all love Ant.
yeah, a little bit more. So Jeremy Zoll is like he's just taking over the baseball operations.
Right,
Tom
yeah, I guess
Pohlad is
yeah.
the business side.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
yeah. I
so
didn't.
they're
Right,
splitting
yeah.
exactly what Falvey was doing because Falvey was in charge
Yeah.
of both, which that's a lot, like Trevor kind of said earlier. So Zoll will be baseball operations, and good old Tom will be the business side.
I'm just going through our reports because when we're recording this, people, it's pretty much just after, like 10 minutes after. the
Actually, I
news
had a
broke.
plan ready for a
15.
different type of Twins episode, and then this came out. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
But Nick Nelson, obviously one of the beat reporters for the Twins, confirming, well, now it's really a dumpster fire. And that's so true.
True.
I mean, it
yeah.
was a dumpster fire. Now this is like dumpster fire in all bold, all caps. It's got like that Apple text where you can go like,
Oh, the animations
effects
with
of
it.
the,
Yeah.
This is
Well,
so
to add
true.
it on too, I mean, I don't want to be negative on here in any way towards owners, towards GMs, but like the poll ads were close to selling last year too. That kind of started the whole thing. They put the team up for sale. The Ishbias were close. The Suns owners were close to buying, but then at the last second, they're like, we're going to head on over to the Chicago White Sox. And then the Falveys, like 3 months later, or Falveys, the poll ads, like 3 months later, take the team off. Trade deadline happens. Derek Falvey is now gone. Who's next? I don't know.
Us.
Yeah, all of us are going to be gone. Yeah, it's a just a revolving door right now, it seems like, for Twins fans and the Twins team in general. Also, there was like a huge trade steam going on because Joe Ryan was slated to be at Twins Fest, and then like 4 days before he like just randomly decided not to go, and people are like, is he getting traded? That's what happened to Jorge Polanco in 2022. He was supposed to be at Twins Fest, and then the day before I think it was the day of, he got traded to Seattle, obviously for the Gabriel Gonzalez deal and Justin Topa.
Right.
But that was a kind of the same thing there.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember Trevor and I were there, and we're like, wait a second, Jorge, it says on the schedule Jorge should be here.
That'd have been so funny too if like at Twins Fest, I haven't gone in a couple years because why would we? You know, when they like there will be like a player. I think one of the years we went to Sergio Romo was talking to us. We were in front of like a small crowd. Yeah. How great would it be if Jorge Blanco got traded, or at the time
as he was like talking,
Jorge, get off the stage, you're going to Seattle.
Have fun in Seattle, bud.
The news to him.
He's like, what? Oh, all right. Yeah, one other thing I wanted to talk about for the Twins, because this can be just kind of a Twins episode here. You actually brought it up on accident because we didn't talk about my original plan here. We would all love, we've talked about on the show a little bit, but Luis Ariz is having basically no reported interest anywhere. Okay. And now it's weird because now I don't know where we're sitting with money. Falvey may have been like, okay, I have no more money to spend. You're not going to let me sign like a reliever or anything. I'm out. So maybe they're just not going to spend anything else. But Luis Ariz, I forget what his market value is. He got $14 million last year from the Padres. It's going to go down because he's having absolutely no interest from anyone because people like a power bat. No one respects the 310, 320 hitter that Ariz is year in, year out. If the Twins want to contend, like they said, this is the move they make. Yes, they could make a bullpen move, but you guys, I mean, Luke Keyshaw, you kind of have to expect a little downfall from what he was last year, that 300 hitter. I think he has the attributes to get a 300 average, but
just realistic expectations. You know, he exceeded them. There's more film. Pitchers wanted to attack him. But yeah, keep going.
You need a Luis Ariz on your team. You don't have like a full contact hitter. Like this would, if you want to contend, he should be the top of your lineup.
If you want to beat the Dodgers, Toronto proved it. They were
Yeah.
they
Well, yeah,
almost
they went all
literally did it.
contact basically.
Yeah, good old Ernie Clement. I mean, I've never heard of that dude. No, I don't watch much baseball when it's not Twins.
Yeah.
In the last 3 years or so, it's obviously especially the last half of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've watched a lot less baseball than I ever did. I used to watch almost every game. Still pay attention to all that. But like Ernie Clement, a guy I really was unfamiliar with till playoffs
Yeah.
started. Trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, he
Like
was
Dalton
ballistically high.
Varsho, like
Yeah.
Andreas Jimenez, they just went full contact. They made the World Series and had one of the best World Series of all time with the Dodgers, the super team of the Dodgers. And again, we're not expecting the Twins to make the World Series if they got Luis Ariz, but sign him into a 1-year deal. If you're really sucking again, you could trade him to a team for good value for that good of a contact hitter. But this is a move they would need to make because I think they could get Luis in the building. He's been here. I think he enjoyed his time here.
Well, I mean, it's unlikely, but I mean,
very
if he would
unlikely.
be open. Yeah. I mean, now the Twins are really, really dumpster fire, like good old Nick Nelson said a little bit ago. But worst case, when you're pretty much near spring training time, and eventually, very soon here, spring training will be beginning, you'll see a lot of these guys that didn't get what they wanted. You signed a 1-year deal. Bregman did it. Trying to think of some recent people. Bregman's the only one off the top of my head.
That was the big one.
You didn't get your long-term deal, so fine. You signed a 1-year deal. And as we saw, Bregman eventually got his long-term deal with the Cubs.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's one other name I had off the top of my head and it went away. But yeah, I mean, bring in Ariz. You don't have a set lineup. Yeah, maybe you could mix some of between your Larnick, your Wallners, those guys that might DH. Screw that. Get Ariz and trade them to I don't know. I'm trying to think of an outfielder.
Ariz could be your DH because he's not really.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Josh.
My
Bell
point
DH.
being was Larnick and Wallner. Well, regardless, one will play first between Bell and Ariz, and then the other could DH. Yeah. I don't really want Ariz playing second. I mean,
no.
Sure we can, and I'm sure it'd happen hypothetically if we got our wish. But yeah, I mean, Larnick and Wallner, more so Larnick with more time. MLB time of service. I think he's 2 years out from being a free agent, but
it's 2 years.
You're not. I mean, time's ticking for him, as we've discussed numerous times with the prospects at depth. So trade one of those guys, or you sign Ariz, you trade Larnick for a reliever. I don't know.
I would love that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think at this point it looks like Ariz will get a 1-year deal for wherever.
I would assume so. Most of the guys that are on there still are probably slated to get a 1-year deal now.
Or it's a 2-year deal, but it's year 2 as a mutual option or a player option.
Yep. I don't think it'll happen. That would just be really cool. If they want to contend, I think that's the set move. You could go get another reliever. There's a bunch of right-handed guys, which I think that's kind of undoubted. I think the Twins are going to go sign a right-handed reliever no matter what. But if they really want to take a step up and have a chance of contending, Luis Ariz is sitting right there. Jeremy Zoll, not Falvey now.
The one positive, I should double check before I say this. I will say it as I'm checking. Is we do obviously have that open roster spot on the 40-man roster.
You're right.
So a move does seem to be coming, well, a move will be coming.
It has to, something has to happen.
No matter if it's some
bringing someone up from
whatever,
AAA,
or is it actually an exciting guy?
Yeah,
time will tell. Jeremy Zoll.
That's true.
Really, this is actually kind of funny. This will be what a crucial
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
filling out the roster, and his first move could be such a crucial move. Maybe not for future years because it'll probably be a short-term move. Whoever gets that 40th spot, but. So yeah, whether
so what Jack brought up yesterday, I want to hear Trevor's opinion on this. Another guy that's pretty probably valued as a 1-year deal now. Prove it. If the Twins bolstered their starting pitching depth and went and got Framber Valdez, because Ariz, I think, had a tiny bit of interest from the Padres at the start of the offseason, but nothing recently. Framber, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yesterday. I tried looking things up for 20 minutes There's nothing. No one's interested. No one wants that jerk, really, because everyone knows the Yankees game where you beam the pitcher right in the, or sorry, beam the catcher right in the chest. That's another one. He was. I think you could get him for a 1-year, $12 million deal now, or a $10 million deal, where I think his market value is like a $22 to $24 million pitcher, because he is that type of pitcher. He's a really good pitcher.
Talent-wise, yeah, that's what he should be getting.
Yeah.
See, even like before the incident, I've never really followed Framber Valdez and all that, but obviously I mean, I've seen the stats briefly. Obviously, he's legit. He's proven all that.
Yep.
Still plenty young. It's not like he's extremely young, but many years of time. It feels like another Trevor Bauer situation where the owners obviously have the complete control here.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm leaning to is if he's truly an absolute dick, like jerk, just a rude teammate, like if it's just, it's his way or the highway. I don't know if it's really worth it. If we're thin at starting, I think it's more so the depth we have. Obviously, he would bring much even greater depth talent-wise, but like if there's that many risks and every single team wants no part of him, or maybe maybe like the Rockies and your full rebuild teams, your White Sox and your name rebuilding team. Maybe they've reached out to him and be like, hey, you got nothing to lose. You can prove yourself a player. You do good. We can plan on trading you
to a contender.
To continue like our rebuild, to add more.
Yeah.
Assets. I guess you wouldn't go that far in the weeds, but you'd be like, well, do you on a 1-year deal?
We're going to tell you our future for the next 4 years.
Yeah, but given that today, January 30th, baseball's right around the corner. The spring training starting. Numerous players that sign late like this time. Well, I guess technically, I should clarify. When people sign during spring training, so many times, those guys struggle that year because they had a late start.
Yeah.
Players have admitted after that year, whether it's then retired or talking about a previous year where they say, they didn't get what they wanted, they weren't happy with the results that year. So I mean, if he's not signed, because what is it, like second week of February? Or wait, no, I'm losing my mind. It's not that early. When does spring training start? It's March.
Well, the players report.
Most of March, end of February, right?
No, players report on like February 14th. Pitchers do.
Well, I get that, but like,
and then the games start like February 22nd or something.
Yeah, because then it's month of March, and then season starts that final couple of days of March.
Yeah, games start February 20th.
Yeah, so if Framber is not signed by pretty much say reporting day or that first week of spring training, I bet you he's Bowered. Is what I'm going to call it,
Okay.
Owners are just going to be like, you are no longer an MLB player. And then he's got the chance to, the choice of playing, whether it's the Mexico professional league or Japan, I don't know if he'd go to Japan, but
one of those. Yeah, I think I still think I think he's the thing with Bauer too. Framber, he is like 26 years old, I think 27 maybe. I think Bauer, what age was he? Like he wasn't old by any means.
It's been 4 or 5 years.
So he's like 31, I think. Like 31, I'm assuming.
He had that massive 3-year Dodgers mega deal that he got. Or mega deal as in money for only 3 years.
But the thing with I feel like the difference too is your point's very valid. I think that could be a big possibility. Bauer's situation was a lot more serious than just being a dick to your teammate and beaming him in the chest with a fastball, with a 97 mile per hour fastball. I don't, even if he did it again, you can say as you're signing him, if you do this, we're DFAing you. You don't do this. But Bauer, he had to, that's all the court stuff too. He had to
which we all know how that played out. We don't gotta get into that, but
yeah, exactly. But I think that's the difference. But Framber's also 4 years younger, I'm pretty sure, than what Bauer was. He has
I don't think age.
No, he has more time.
It does help when you're younger, but I think
has
it's
a lot more
so
time.
much. Yeah, I think it's the concerns that a fan and like most people will never see it. So, because I
Mhm.
even wonder for people that covered like Houston or national reporters, like
Mhm.
how much do they know about like the off the field concerns? Because obviously
Yeah.
there's plenty, or I shouldn't say plenty, but there seems to be enough because this guy should
Mhm.
easily be on any MLB team, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether you're good, whether you're in the average, you're kind of like in the mix.
Yep.
Whether you are a contender, he'd fit any team. So the fact that he's not on a team
Exactly.
says something. We just don't know what that is or what the reasons
Yeah.
multiple are.
It is a weird situation. For
But yeah,
sure.
no, I don't know if I clarified. I would just stick out, even if you could get
Yeah.
him on a 1 year deal for cheap.
Mhm.
Obviously, like that's to get a guy that's free for pretty much no money. But if no
Mhm.
team has gone for him and there's been minimal interest, because like the difference between this and Arise, right? Arise has the defensive flaws, and you're not gonna get any power from him. He's slow, so when he does get a single, he's not stealing. You got to hit him around.
Yep.
This is just it's it's more team chemistry,
Oh
morale,
yeah.
just
Yep.
good presence.
I think the starting rotation would be electric, but I kind of lean on
One doubt,
the
yeah, no
Trevor's
doubt.
on. I don't know. It's just the Twins locker room seems to be pretty dang cohesive and well put together, like pretty much every season. I've never heard like some teams have like guys fighting or like guys having like beef and stuff. Like I've really never heard of that in like any Twins locker room ever. I don't know. Maybe it's just Minnesota nice or whatever they call it, but I don't know. Either way, I think I kind of side with Trevor. Although it would be very interesting and fun because that rotation would be absolutely nasty. It'd be
Knowing our luck, say hypothetically that happened, that'd be the year when we lose like 3 of our 5 starters due to like injury.
100%. Yeah. I mean, that would be crazy though, having Pablo, Ryan, Frommer, and then Bailey at your 4, which Bailey had a bad year last year, but
Oh, we're forgetting someone because I
Simeon,
think.
Simeon
Oh,
would be
I
your
feel like
5
there would
or
still be
Zebby.
one more.
No,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
your
that's
5.
true.
Yeah, but
Okay,
either way,
yeah, yeah,
that's nice right there.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, I still love our rotation now. People don't flame me in the comments. No, I'm not calling it bad. Our rotation's still good. um, Either way, that's kind of the Twins talkers I wanted to go at. Twins, go make a splash at the. If you want to contend, go get a rise. Go get someone. Go get a bat or trade
I
a
think it's
like.
reliever or it's gonna be. Actually, I just
Oh,
think
it's
it's gonna be
reliever or bust.
reliever.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're going strictly realistic,
Yep,
I'd be shocked if it's not a reliever. To
100%.
complete
Yeah,
that spot.
and I think that is going to happen soon. There, I listed off a few of the righties that are still available: Scott Barlow, Hobie Milner, and like a few others. But that will probably happen. But either way, I think we're good. No game days today. We got 2 tomorrow. Wolves and Wild both play on
Oh wait,
Saturday.
hold on. One last thought. Do we want to talk about the recent trade,
I
Julian?
talked about it yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
I
All right,
mean, we can
cool.
get Trevor's opinion on it.
Well, all I'll say is I actually, most fans who've probably given up on Julian and all that, defensively he's gonna stink. So that's what it is. But I do think you go to a team like the Rockies. I don't really know their like depth chart or who their everyday infielders
Oh,
are at first, second, and then designated hitter. But even if he's on a full time starter, if he could get like a really Castro role, not as in like playing everywhere, but in a role where you're essentially you're a
he plays most
starter,
days.
but
Yeah.
you every day you're kind of starting for someone else or whatever. But my point being is, if Julian can get consistent at bats, you have no pressure. You're on the Rockies. You're just playing baseball and just trying to play
Hmm.
well. You don't got the pressure of the fans. You don't got pressure of playing well because you're on a team that's trying to win a division. It's literally
Hmm.
just play baseball. We saw how he played his rookie year. He and I think the Toronto and Houston series, I think he hit well that year in the playoffs too.
Oh yeah, he had a homer against Houston game
So
4.
my point being, I think literally we didn't have enough roster spots because our 40-man roster was full, and he had no minor league options, and it was unlikely he was going to make the team. So
Yeah.
rather than lose him most likely to waivers, end of spring training going into the season.
Get something for him.
You get something for him. It'll probably be nothing, but at least you get something rather than nothing. Now you've got a lottery ticket, a guy you can develop. Yeah, it sucks. The guy we got had Tommy John surgery, but he's still very young. He's been pro ball for 1 year.
Oh, that's the thing though.
But
he is 24 years old, Kaminsky.
Yeah.
So like,
is he? So he's a college guy.
Yeah, he went to Nebraska. So
but yeah, you trade Olin and Julian, who you didn't have spots for. So you fill it out. Now you have an open roster spot to fill with whoever that'll be. Time will tell. But no, I do think Julian will bounce back. Where it'll be like a 260, 270 hitter. If they can get him that everyday playing time, which
it looks like
the
he'll
Rockies
be their first baseman, like starting first baseman.
Yeah, so if he's starting,
yeah,
and you get that regular playing time, I do think it's a very sneaky, very good because it's such a low risk. The Rockies basically have nothing to lose. You gave up pretty much nothing. Just a no-name prospect pitcher who's already had Tommy John surgery. And you acquire a French guy with Pearson Ole, and then a guy that, it sounds like maybe you don't play every day, but will play a good chunk of your season. So perfect move by the Rockies.
Yeah, Willie will be at second for him, which that'll be fun to watch, I guess.
Oh, that's true.
And then Ezekiel Tovar, he's their probably best hitter, except maybe Hunter Goodman at catcher, but Tovar is at short. Third baseman, probably going to go in with Kyle Karos. Either way, as for the trade aspect, like Trevor just covered, as a trade as a whole for the Rockies, yes, it's a really good move for them. You're giving up a single A pitcher who had a really good year in 24, but obviously had Tommy John last year, so you can't really mess around with that. For the trade aspect, it's a really good trade. Both teams really it's just a wash basically, with more upside going towards the Rockies because if Eddie can get back to that point. But my thing with Eddie is, I am one of many people that kind of gave up on him, and the reasoning because obviously 23 was super fun. He was hitting the top off the ball. But even in 23, he struck out so much. Eddie still, like in these 3 years he's been in the majors, he just can't hit a breaking ball ever. I mean, the only time he has any success is against fastballs. Just look it up, statistics, like anything. He can't hit can't hit a changeup. He can't hit a curveball. Can't hit a slider, breaking in or breaking out, righty or lefty pitcher. He can't hit any breaking ball to save his life. And it's really hard if you can't do that well at the start of your career. It is very hard to get to a point where you can be a consistent 270, 280 hitter like he was in 23. But the other thing is he also takes a lot of looking strikeouts. He's frozen up there a lot. It's almost like he's scared to swing the bat sometimes. Maybe with the Rockies, like Trevor said, with no pressure, maybe he kind of gets out of that and says, okay, I'm just going to swing. I'll swing no matter what here, because Eddie has the power, especially being at Coors now. He has the power to hit all. He's a great opposite field hitter.
I didn't even think about that aspect.
Yeah, he's a great opposite field hitter too, but I just doubt putting bat to ball. It's just something I don't mess with. And Eddie just has not been good at it for 2 years now. 23 was good, but that was also his first year. And usually in the MLB, the mind of a pitcher says, okay, I don't know this guy. I'm going to throw him a fastball right down the gut and see if he can hit it. A rookie. That's Luke Keyshaw. Keyshaw this last year. I'm not saying Keyshaw will be like Julian with his hitting, but Keyshaw just destroyed fastballs in the second half of the year here, or basically the whole year. I guess he was up for most of the year before he got injured. But either way, for the Rockies, it's a good move because if he can get back to any good form,
it's funny. One last thing, and we'll move on from the Twins. I've been kind of just scrolling, seeing any Twins updates, but it's basically what we covered. It's all going to take over. Everything we've talked about is what I'm still seeing. I haven't seen anything else new. But it's funny, yesterday, a tweet from Aaron Gleeman. So, as of yesterday, Fangraphs have the Twins projected at 77 wins and a fourth place finish with a 19% to make the playoffs, which is interesting because that's obviously national, right? Fangraphs covering all games. It doesn't seem like the Twins are getting that hype. I mean,
Let's
not
stay under the radar.
Hype's
Let's
not
do
the
it.
right
Yeah.
word, but yeah, definitely staying under the radar.
I mean, from a national perspective, they have no right to be like second in the division in projections after the worst
What's
fire
happened?
sale in in trade deadline history, maybe, and like
That
just everything that's gone on. Like
right? Yeah.
they don't deserve to be up in the rankings there. But I mean, I genuinely think if we can stay for the most part healthy, there's going to be injuries, obviously, but if you can just keep the core guys healthy, if Royce can stay healthy, if Blitsley can stay on the field, if our pitchers can stay healthy, this is a good team. There's holes, obviously, the biggest hole being the bullpen, but I have faith because this division is very in a lot of spots, like in a lot of spots in this division. Also, did you see the Guardians just sign Ramirez for another 7 years through 2032?
I did not, but
Extended, but yeah.
time is coming. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say like something like that is gonna get done.
I saw a comment which is so true. Ramirez is more Cleveland than LeBron is now, which is just completely true. Helped him win a World Series, like just he's the best third baseman in baseball, has every chance to leave if he wanted to.
Wait, I'm gonna sound like an idiot. They won the World Series. Why am I blanking?
No,
on that?
made it there.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
the
say the
Cubs in
Cubs.
20
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I don't remember
made
them
it
winning.
there.
Yeah.
But either way, he's definitely more Cleveland than LeBron now, which is funny.
Well, yes, but
I get
at the
LeBron
same
being
time.
born there.
Yeah. But no, he's
Yeah.
nuts. He's had a crazy great career.
Yeah. All right. That's a Twin show. Twin City Sports Talk. Thanks to Kitchen Wise, Claus Wise. Everyone, go to US Bank Stadium, not for a Vikings game, but for the home show that's happening there this weekend. They'll give you a great deal on your consultation, as I stated at the beginning of the episode. So get down there. For us, everyone go follow YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. And we will see you tomorrow for a Saturday episode.